Hi, everyone. How's everybody doing? Merry Christmas. If I didn't get to tell you beforehand, it's the day after Christmas, and I had a really nice Christmas. I'm hoping you did too. Uh, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. I think Bumblebee will be here. I was talking to her before. Yeah, this is Thursday Night Chat. I'm Shirley from Shirley's World Vlog. I try to be on every Thursday evening at 7 for a chat. And I'm on Sundays. Hi, Riri. Sundays at 4 o'clock. And the Sunday video is to show you what I sold the week before on eBay and Poshmark. I sell on eBay and Poshmark. Hasn't been real good. In fact, yesterday and today I haven't sold anything. So my bin is empty to put out to the mail person tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a sale sometime this evening. I don't know. But yeah. But I've sort of been just laying low all week. I haven't been really listing that much or really being active, taking photos or anything, because it's been Christmas week. I had to get ready for my Christmas Eve party. My family has always celebrated Christmas on Christmas Eve, as far as going to each other's houses and having dinner and everything. And I think that's because when my daughter and I used to have horses, we would then spend Christmas Day at the barn with the horses. And then my son and his wife, they'd go to her mother's house on Christmas. So Christmas Eve was always is where we used to get together. That came from my childhood because that's how I grew up. Our Christmas party with our relatives it was always Christmas Eve. We'd go to, it was different. Sometimes we'd go to my Aunt Ada's. Sometimes we'd go to my Aunt Betty's. It switched around. Yeah, but it was always on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day was spent with your family at home. Yeah. Debbie, you're sick in bed with the flu. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's not a nice thing to have any time, but especially on Christmas. It's not nice. Oh, I hope you're not too miserable. But you're in bed, so it must be pretty bad. Yeah, I was just listening to the news before, like at 5 o'clock or so, about the bird flu that's becoming, raising its ugly head again. Now, I guess a domestic cat has somehow got it. It was usually in the poultry farms, chickens, and then I guess the dairy people suffered with it for a while. The cows were getting bird flu somehow. But yeah, as long as it doesn't, I was listening to a scientist talking about it, as long as it doesn't advance and learn to go from person to person, you know, that it's not dangerous to people unless it sort of changes and, does that. Bumblebee, there she is. Hi, Bumblebee. Thank you for all those hints. Yes, for sure. Uh, I have a hard time when I sell something on eBay. I thought I'd been doing really good, but those were probably older things that weren't taken off. I would forget then to go on to Poshmark because almost everything is, the same. The things I have on eBay are on Poshmark. So if I sell something on eBay or vice versa, you have to, delete it from the other platform. And I forget to do it on Poshmark. But sometimes I swear I've done it on Poshmark and it just has either come back on by itself or there's been like she found a couple things that were listed, double listed. Yeah. Yeah. It's terrible being 101.5 temp. Yeah, that's high for an adult because you feel like crap when you have a temperature. Now, a kid could have a temperature of 101 and not feel near as bad as an adult at that, you know. Oh, the stomach flu. That's even worse. That's worse. So Bumblebee has had the respiratory, like she's had pneumonia. I'm hoping you're pretty much better from that, Bumblebee. And now Debbie has the stomach flu. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, I hate anything that makes me nauseous. Yeah. Well, my kids and were over for Christmas Eve. We had dinner. We had honey baked ham. We had cheesy potatoes that my daughter-in-law makes. They're just delicious. I made roasted green beans, which I didn't think they were very good. Every they were gone. Everybody ate them up. There wasn't one bean left, so I guess they were okay. But I don't like my vegetables crunchy at all. And in order to roast green beans in the oven, they almost have to be overdone for them to get soft. So I don't know. Everybody else liked them, I guess, so it's okay. Yeah, then we had cookies. I made tons of cookies, chocolate chip and these toffee bar with the chocolate on top. Uh, I have the recipe. Somebody who gave me the recipe for those little almond ball things. Not almonds. Uh, the other nut that I didn't have. I haven't made those because I don't have that. I only have walnuts. I don't know if you can make them with walnuts or not. It would taste altogether different. I'm going to wait till I get the right nut. Pecan. Yeah, pecan puffs. Those little balls that are covered with powdered sugar. Ah. Oh, Debbie gave it. Yeah, Debbie gave it to me. So I have the recipe. As soon as I get to the grocery store and buy some pecans, I will make those. Bryland Farms here. Hi. Yes, so I have been on learning things on vidIQ. I really like this that I've joined. And you can join it. There is a free version, which I'm probably on at the moment because you could buy the the bigger version for $1 for a month. I think it was a month. I think I'm probably just reaching the end of that. It'll just be a free one now unless I decide to pay for it. Uh, yeah, everybody that has it just loves it. So I don't know if it's something else, another subscription I will buy because this is sort of expensive one. But if I'm going to do YouTube, which I like doing, um, it really helps you with that. So I'm trying to follow some of the directions, and that is why I had that different thumbnail on instead of the emoji, the Bitmoji ones that I usually put on. They don't like that one. It gets a bad score. They will score your title and your thumbnail. And it usually, the Bitmojis don't get very high score on, you know, and it's just how it makes your uh, program go further. So yeah, and I have gotten since I've been doing more of what it says. I've gotten 14 new subscribers. Now that's a jump. I wasn't getting any for a while. So yeah. Also, I was playing around with taking little parts out of my longer videos. As you probably saw, I did a short video that was plucked out of one of my long videos. And you can do that too. You can take several out of a long video and make little shorts out of them. So that's what I'm working on, trying to do that. So still learning all the time. Keeps my brain active. Uh, for sure, I need that. You know, there are some days that I really worry about myself when I have a day that I can't find words or I just keep losing things all over the house. You know, it's kind of scary. Uh, yeah, I thought maybe one of my videos was, or I could do several types of videos about, getting older and different different things you encounter when you get to your 80s and hopefully 90s. Uh, yeah, has anybody ever tried? My grandson, well, it's my son and my grandson. They just love this Oculus thing. It's a, I forget what they call it. You put this headset on and you're in another world then. And you can buy these different, they're called games. They're very realistic. It takes you to this place. Hourly Flipper. Hi, I've never seen you on here. Yeah, I would, if I had one of those, I wouldn't get anything done because you can do anything on them. I mean, my son, for a couple hours when he was here, he was on a putting green and putting because my son's a big golfer. You can golf too, but he was doing the putting, just the putting. But anyway, after dinner, he asked me if I wanted to go on a roller coaster. And I didn't know whether I did or not because I've tried being on this before. It was a game I was in at their house. And I was standing and I nearly fell over many times. But he says, "No, we're gonna sit you on the couch. You'll be safe. You're sitting." So I said, "Okay, I'll go on the roller coaster." And I don't like roller coasters. So, I sat down and, they put the headset on me, and I started on the roller coaster. And I'm telling you, it is so real. It felt like the couch was moving. That's how real it is. And I could feel myself moving as I was seeing where I was going. In fact, my son put his hand on my shoulder to assure me. He kept saying, "You're on the couch. You're sitting on the couch. It's okay." He kept telling me that because, you know, it starts small and then it went to a big hill and like a big roller coaster. And it was just amazing. It was sort of fun. I liked it. Uh, yeah, he said you could never do this standing, you would fall over. So it's yeah, if you ever do it, the Oculus, if you ever do it, make sure you're sitting down. But there's all kinds of games. My grandson does boxing on it. He's boxing somebody. There's all kinds of different sports that you can do on it. And the games, all kinds of things. I'm sure you can bowl. You can do anything on this. Yeah, it's wow. There's a niche for me. Ah, boxing is exhausting. I think he's doing it more like workout because he goes to the gym and works out. My grandson is 16, and I think he's using it like that. I think he's using it as a exercise type thing. Yeah, you can go in scary mansions and all kinds of different things. But they play with it all the time. They had another one, an Oculus. They have 2 of them. This is the brand new one that they brought out. Uh, my grandson saves his money when he gets, money he gets for his birthdays and Christmas and whatever, and he buys stuff like this. Both my granddaughter and my grandson, that's what they do. They save my granddaughter. She had an iWatch before anybody else did. I don't have one. Yeah, they're into this whole thing. So hourly flipper, you know about the Oculus, huh? It's a good lesson for them. Yes. Yes, save your money and buy it cash than what you want. That's right. Speaking of that, one of the presents I got my daughter was a budget book. I didn't know whether she'd be mad at me getting her that or not, but she seemed to be very interested in it. So yeah, we this year we besides the I just give checks out mostly, but I did buy little gifts uh for them. But my son, I had found some things upstairs actually when I did that decluttering in my room, in my bedroom where my closets and drawers were. I found that picture of Anna Maria Island, the rod and reel pier. I gave that to him because, believe me, he was so attached to the rod and reel pier. And the last hurricane down there took it out almost completely. But the pilings are still there, so they can rebuild it, which they will because you know, it's a famous place on Anna Maria. So I gave him that. It was a hand painted one that I remember getting it from a gift shop you know, on Anna Maria. And then our best man in our wedding, when Jack and I got married, our best man was one of Jack's fishing buddies that they would go to Canada every year for years and years. And they were big time fishermen. Both had boats, big time fishermen. And he gave Jack like a private present. It was just for Jack. It wasn't like the wedding present. Uh, it's a beautiful fillet knife, and it's never been used. It's engraved that he gave it to Jack and the date of our marriage and everything. So I gave that to my son because he's a fisherman too. Because the boat that we had was left to my son. It's the boat that's in my driveway, back in the back. That's where he stores it. So yeah, so he was very pleased with his gifts. It was fun. When I'm going to do a sort of a late video of the Christmas decorations that I put up, because I've taken the pictures already, and I'm going to tell some stories about not about videos, I'm going to do a video about how it was when we were growing up, my sister and I, and what we did when we lived with my mom and dad, from when we were little to, when we went away to school. So, yeah, I'll show those pictures then. We put up the bigger tree. Samantha helped me put up the bigger tree this year and decorate the mantle and everything, and I'll show you all that. Hopefully, I'll get this video up in the next couple days. Well, thank you. Thank you. You just liked and subscribed. Yes. Yeah. One of the girls got me this sign to put up, and it's stuck here. It only sticks there because I have that putty stuff on the back. It'll stick there for a couple days and then falls down, but it's unbreakable, so it's okay. So I just leave it there because I was always forgetting to say that. And thank you for doing that. Yeah. I think I have lots of stories. I just have to remember to go on and have a story time. I want them to be the recorded videos so I can sort of write them down. These live videos are more just sort of off the cuff stuff. Yeah. Yeah, she's you know, she hasn't eaten her supper yet. I had to put it up because if I come in here and the dog comes in here, the cat will get in the dog food. So I had to put it up. So hopefully she'll eat it when we go back out there. I put a little bit of ham in there with her dog food. She's just not interested in food. I've never had a dog like this. And we've had lots of dogs. Lots of dogs, lots of cats, horses, chickens, bunnies, parakeets. What have we had? A ferret. Yeah, so many pets. In fact, my daughter, she was texting me last night for like a half hour. I don't know why she just didn't call because it went on and on. The chickens are fine now. Hi, Renee. The chickens are fine. They Uh, I think they've gotten over their, you know, their PTSD from seeing their sister killed in front of them from my dog. Of course, my dog is a bird dog. She's an English pointer, part setter. Yeah, but yeah, took them a while to get over that. But they aren't laying anymore. My girls are old. They're old for chickens. They're like 7, maybe they're even 8 by now, years old. And they have just stopped laying. You'd think I'd get an egg once in a while, but I haven't in a long time. I haven't gotten one since the tragedy of the murder. Yeah. So I don't know. They decided right then they're not giving me any more eggs, but they are older and they have a home here because they are my pets and they do have names. Oh. So they wait till I come out there and they look for their treats I take out. I usually take them a treat. Like I'll take them some romaine lettuce and some, sunflower seeds, a little bit of oatmeal, different things. Blueberries, they like blueberries. They like not so much strawberries. They don't like strawberries much. Mine. A lot of chickens do, but I don't know. Different things that when you're cutting up vegetables, most vegetables that they can have, like the green beans, I had to look that up because I wasn't sure I was cutting the, ends off the green beans and I thought these are the perfect size to give the chickens. But when I looked up green beans for the chickens, it says that they contain some toxin unless you cook them. Well, I wasn't going to cook the ends, so I just threw them away. They can have a few, but not a lot of them. Watermelon rind. Oh, my chickens love watermelon. They love watermelon. They love cantaloupe. They love corn on the cob. I just give them the corn on the cob, and they eat it off the cob. In the winter, if I can't get it on the cob, I just get unsalted canned corn and give that to them. And they like that too. Keeps them warm. Corn will keep them warmer in the winter since I live in a cold place here. And up here in Ohio, we have some cold winters. This winter has been, knock on wood, pretty mild. In fact, the next few days, it's supposed to go into the 50s. Yeah. So mine like cucumbers, anything with seeds in it. They like cucumbers. They like zucchini, summer squash, any of that. You hang corn on the cob on a string and watch them peck. Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, I should do that. I usually hang a cabbage. I got one of those big eye screw hook things. It's a big one. And I screw it into the top of a cabbage and I'll hang that. Takes them a while to get through a cabbage. But sometimes in the winter when they won't come out of their coop, because mine will not walk in the snow. Poor little girls. They won't walk in the snow. So if there's snow in their run, they won't come out of the coop. So you need to give them something to do in the coop so they don't be starting fights. Uh, just subbed hourly. I'm not sure what you mean there, Brylan. If you were even talking to me, you hang corn on the cob. Yeah, I have chickens and you do eBay. Yes, for sure. She has chickens, she has ducks, geese, guineas. Don't you have guineas, guinea hens? And what you have something else too. Oh, it's just a note. Okay. Ah, yes, I have to do that. Let me get off here. Oh yeah, pigs. You had pigs. I don't like to think about the pigs. Uh, ah, yeah. I would love to have, I can't, I only have 1 square acre here, so I don't have a big enough place. I would love to have little goats, little tiny, goats. But you have to fence them in really well because that's what I hear. They can get out of anything. And I'm surrounded by a golf course, so we can't have goats and chickens and pigs running around on the golf course. People are always begging to give us some. Uh, yeah, people really. I was always giving away eggs, but now I have no eggs to give away anymore. You have friends that buy 2 turkeys in the spring and name them Thanksgiving and Christmas. Oh dear. Yeah. I'm sorry that I didn't. I only started having chickens about 10, maybe 8 years ago. Yeah, about maybe 8 years, 8 or 9 years ago. I wish I would have started having them when we first moved here 20 years ago. If I would have known they were such fun, I would have had them all those years and more of them. The most I've ever had is 10 at a time. And now I only have 3 left. And I had like 3 separate flocks of different flocks, but it never really got above 10. I would lose some, everything wants to eat your chickens. And we have fox, we have coyote, we have raccoons, we have hawks, a lot of hawks. Yeah. And dogs. Uh, each one of and I've had pointers for quite a while because I worked with the Pointer Rescue Organization, and I've had 4 different pointers, and 3 of my pointers have gotten a chicken. So there went 3. But Penny, she's the biggest predator of them all. And you'd never think that about her. Maybe it's because she's a female. The only other female pointer I had was very shy, and she had no predator instinct at all. In fact, she would probably go in and sit with the chickens. I only had her a year. She'd got cancer, and it was a sad case. She probably had it when I got her. But yeah. Well, now, yeah. My first pointer was named Rocky. That was my husband's hunting dog. Now, did we have I don't I'm not sure if Rocky ever got a chicken, but Dexter did for sure. And Penny has. So maybe Rocky did, because I know I lost 3 chickens that way. I had a Saint Bernard, but he would just lay with the chickens too. He was like a guard dog. He was like your guard dog, Brylan. He was old though. That's funny about the turkeys. Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yeah. So I plan on keep working on my YouTube videos, getting so they make some sort of money. So far, all this time I've been on YouTube, I've made $200. But if something takes off and I start doing good, this can be a little side gig. I need some things to go with my Social Security check. So, yes, I budget my money very carefully. I have a budget book. Yes, my subscribers are climbing. And I'm thinking it's probably because I'm doing different things that this vidIQ is teaching me how to do. You may not see it in the, just by watching the videos, but it's things, it's the different thumbnails, it's the different how I'm titling things, and the subjects that I'm choosing. To do the videos that are recorded. Not so much these live videos. Excuse me. So yeah, my daughter, she just texted me that I'm getting she just sent me off a box, and that's because on Christmas Eve she said she had 2 boxes, full boxes of insulin syringes. I have a cat that's diabetic, and I only have 2 packages left in this box of syringes, and then I'll have to buy another box of syringe from my vet. That's $30. So she says, don't buy. She thought she had syringes left because she had a cat a long time ago. I said, they have to be U100 syringes. She says they are. So she mailed them out today. She has 2 big boxes of syringes. So that'll save me a good amount of money. Yes, Hourly Flipper. I'm glad you joined too. Please come back. Sunday, come back on Sunday, and that's when I'll do the whatever I sold this past week, which isn't too much here. It's not a very big pile of receipts here. But we chat on that uh, on Sundays too. Bye bye. Come back. Yeah, that was nice. I'll have to go. I haven't seen my people from Australia and England recently. I have to go and visit the ones from Britain because they're on almost the exact same time as I'm on, you know, I think the Sunday one. So I'll have to go see. I'll have to go check them out and see when they have a live video I can go on. You would think that your YouTube titles would pull different types of viewers. Yes, they do. And also, when you put shorts on, the short videos, that's why they said to do that, because that also pulls a whole different bunch of people. Because there's some people that just watch shorts and they don't watch the longer videos. So that would also pull different types of, people. So yeah, yes, Renee, very good. Yeah, so that's what I'm studying right now, along with Canva, because I love to do Canva, because it's very sort of artsy, and it's fun to do. So doing your thumbnails and things on Canva. I still have to do a trailer thing. I think that's what it's called, trailer. That goes on before. It's like a video that goes on real quick before. A lot of people have really neat ones. I have to make, I want to make one of those yet. This all takes a lot of time to do. And I can get lost. Once I get into Canva, it can be hours. Yeah. And I've got to now, the Christmas is over, and I don't do anything for New Year's Eve. So, or New Year's, we don't really do anything. So, I've got to now sit down and take my photos of my hard goods that I bought, my vintage items, and get them on so I can go shopping again for the new type of things that I'm buying. Yeah. So hoping, just keeping selling clothing and keeping my sales going so I can get my inventory down on the clothing, because hard goods take up room too, and I have to have some more room here. I have lots of bins of clothing, so look for big sales on clothing. I would use words like antiques, budgeting, cooking, Bible study, yes, chickens organizing. Those are all good keywords, yes. Sometimes when I get off of here, sometimes it saves this live chat and sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know what I'm doing differently when I leave here. But I'm going to write those down, because if this goes away, I won't have this list. The Bible, when I showed my new Bible, my beautiful Bible, the big one that you can color in, that got quite a few people. So yeah, chicken videos and people that do Bible study, they do pretty well on YouTube. But I'm supposed to pick one niche. That's my hardest thing. How can I pick a niche? I have so many niches, and that's, one of the problems, they say. And decluttering would be another, yeah. I only made a few decluttering videos. See, then I jump to something else. Nobody's sure what I'm doing. I think that's one of the problems. I'll get some subscribers that are interested in chickens. Then if I switch and I don't do chickens for quite a while, they lose interest and they don't come back. That's why it says that you should stay on one niche. So, I was watching a guy that does. He got he was doing lots of different things, and then he sort of narrowed down to stories. Now, I do have lots of stories, and there are lots of people that like, to hear stories. My niche is what's happening in Shirley's world. Yeah, but there's lots of different things happening. Uh, I guess just what's happening in Shirley's world. Uh, but if the people that just like chicken videos and I'm cooking or doing decluttering, how, are they going to watch? I don't know. It's all a mystery to me. But I did tell when you had to pick a niche. I had to pick a niche to do this vidIQ, the coaching thing. So I picked a niche of the reselling because that's what most of my videos were about from a long time ago. It's always been about reselling. And these other little videos I do, like I'd throw in chickens and I'd throw in cooking videos, here and there. But basically, I'm about reselling, even though I don't, I really don't, I really don't want it to be just reselling. Renee says she watches a variety of videos. So do I. I do too. I watch whatever I'm interested in. I watch chicken videos. I watch, you know, a lot of reselling. I watch a lot of thrifting videos. Thrifting is another biggie. And now I like the ones that are thrifting, and they're not so much thrifting to resell, they're thrifting to decorate their house. So if they're thrifting the type of things I like vintage and antiques and folk art type things, more primitive decor. Oh, I'll watch them for sure. Yeah, you watch what you're interested in, I guess. I'm a terrible cook, so I'm not, I don't really want to do a lot of cooking videos. There's only a few things that I can make. Yeah. That's one regret I have. I told my husband, Jack, when we lived in Parma, he had retired and I wanted to move to out in the country. And I promised him because he loved to have breakfast, big breakfast, right? Big breakfasts. And I promised him I would cook him breakfast every morning if we just moved to the country. Well, we moved to the country. Well, as country as this is, it's a lot more country than I was living in. And I made him breakfast for a while and every once in a while, but I didn't, I didn't give him, make him breakfast every morning. I regret that now. Uh, Jackie D, hi. Glad to see you here. And Cindy, do I know these two people? Jackie D and Cindy Conway. Have you been here before? I have no memory left, so you have to tell me. Uh, Brian's still here. Renee, I watch reselling, home decorating, financial guidance. Yes, I do too. Health and nutrition, and the unsolved mysteries. Ah, Michelle watches that one. She does makeup. What is her name? She used to do just makeup, and now she studies. Um, I don't know if they're unsolved mysteries or they're murder mystery type things. True, I think they're true. Uh, and while she's putting on her makeup, she's telling the stories. I'll have to find out her name. I'll have to find out, Renee, I'll find out her name if you don't know who I mean for my daughter. I might watch YouTube on my TV too. Yeah, that's all I watch. I hardly ever watch the news anymore. I tune in the morning to make sure we're not at war or something bad has happened. And then all day I watch YouTube. Yeah. Sometimes in the evening I'll watch a movie, either Netflix or Prime or YouTube has movies too. Okay, Jackie's been here before. Uh, and I remember the Cindy, but I'm not sure if Cindy Conway is the same Cindy. Uh, yes. Uh, so this is what Thursday evenings is. I go from 7 to 8. I have to quit at 8 because that's when my cat has to eat and get her insulin. She's on an 8 and 8 schedule. So it's almost time for her to be tested at the vet to see how she's doing. But I'm sure she's going to have to up the insulin because she's still really, really hungry all the time. And I would think that would go away once she gets regulated. I'm going to call the groomer, even though these types of dogs, they don't need groom, but I can't bathe a dog anymore in the bathtub. My back is still so bad and I can't do that anymore. So I took her, like, how long has it been? A couple months, 2 months ago. It was like the end of the summer, early fall. I took her and got her groomed, and it's close. The groomer's not far from here. and I'm going to call and because she needs her nails done. So she's going to get to have a bath. She gets to go to the beauty salon. I have to make an appointment and take her in. Today, since it was the day after Christmas, I sure didn't want to go to any big stores. So I went only to Tractor Supply, hoping they weren't crowded, and they weren't. Everybody was into town more. Tractor Supply is sort of on the outskirts. So I went to Tractor Supply, got the chicken stuff I needed and bird seed because I have three big bird feeders and suet feeders. I had to get more of that. And then next door is a Dollar General. So I thought, well, it'd be fun. And they weren't crowded either. So I went in there and just took my time and looked around, got some things. Yeah. So that was my entertainment for this morning. I did that when my dog goes for a walk once a week with Jolene. She's my dog walker. She's been walking my dogs ever since we moved here because it's not safe for me to walk on the road here. Because even though it's sort of a country road, the cars still go fast and there's gullies on each side of the road. So it's not safe for me to walk the dog. So I got a dog walker. She has she has 5 dogs of her own. And then she also has a whole setup at her farm where she keeps dogs, does doggy daycare, and she does dog walking too. She has a big business of dogs, cats. She even takes care of somebody that has porcupines. Yeah. She's done farm animals. She's, all kinds of things. But anyway, she has an Australian Shepherd called Maisie. It's a female that my dog Penny is good friends with, and they walk together. And she takes them to a park here that's not too far, and she walks them. So when she came and picked up the dog, that's when I went to the store. So my dog wasn't alone. Probably not very long at all. She had probably just gotten back when I got home. Yes, I try out my wipers every time I get in the car now. But they're all fixed. So far, they're still working. But you know what I need to do? I need to take one of these plug-in things that keeps the mice and things away and plug it into the outlet in the garage because it does work, and I need to buy another one then. Because I'm going to take the one out of here and put it out there. Because I have got to, keep these chipmunks out of my car. They're getting into the motor, and they do a lot of damage to wiring, and then they eat your filters for your heaters and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So it's almost 8 o'clock. I think I'm going to close for now. I will be back on Sunday to show you what I sold. It'll be a small week, I think. But then we can have another chat. And I will, maybe we'll have a Q&A, or I'll have some sort of a subject to talk about. So I will see you then. Have a good night, everybody. And see you there. That's my alarm for the insulin. I will see you then on Sunday, 4 o'clock. Thank you for joining me tonight. Uh, yeah. Bye bye.